So KSI left the Sidemen, and the backlash ever since then has been out of control, really. Turns out he did blindside them, and then he did make a statement which was very backhanded. I know you're all grieving in your own way because of my decision, but you knew it was coming for a while. And I know some of you are angry, some of you don't want to accept it, some of you might even hate me. Some of you are just upset. It's okay, I'll always be here for you. I always have been here for you. Don't see this as the end, see this as a new era or a new beginning. The rest of it is just platitudes, so I'll spare you, but the point is that this clearly wasn't a mutually accepted decision. And through the clips that were filtering out, it's clear they actually had no idea this was going to happen at this time.
I mean, you may have seen the news that has just been dropped. I didn't know that video was going out now, so I'm expecting a lot of people to just ask me about it.
So we did blindside them, and ironically, this was on the day that some of them were playing in Soccer Aid in the UK. It's a big charity match, clearly quite a big moment for them, and it was clearly very overshadowed by this announcement. With that in mind, they did also respond again. Unfortunately, his exit did not happen in the way any of us wanted it to. That has understandably left lots of you confused, and we feel like you owe you some clarity. It's difficult for us to address the situation, and it's taken some time because we're a group and not an individual. We don't have a spokesperson as such, and each of our opinions and feelings differ, which is why we're using this shared statement. Ideally, we would have loved the opportunity to give JJ the send-off he deserved, a proper farewell video, time for everybody to process it and a chance to celebrate everything we've built together. Unfortunately, JJ released the news before we had agreed on a mutual way of letting our audiences know. So they made it pretty clear, and I don't think he actually read the response because he did reply with a love heart, but then he did also delete that on Instagram and Twitter, so clearly this isn't amicable. To make matters worse, there's been a lot of clips coming out now which are all recent of KSI's ego essentially just clearly overtaking his mind.
There's always like a Harry Styles, you know, in One Direction, or a Beyonce in Destiny's Child. You could argue I am that of the Sidemen.
To frame yourself as the Beyonce your friend group is very funny, but it goes a lot deeper than that. Because this man, and I'm not saying anything that everybody doesn't already know, but he has a very high opinion of himself.
Is anyone near? Speed walks down the road.
I say Speed as a person is more famous.
And I disagree.
Sure.
Like, it's like, okay, who do you think's more famous? Me or Speed?
Speed, mate.
You're mental, bro.
I'm sorry.
And the weirdest part for me is that anybody not in the group seems to be like actually scared to disagree with him.
You're mental, bro.
I'm sorry.
You know,
this new generation.
You're
I'm sorry.
You're just living in this bubble.
No, what are you on about? I'm sorry, mate. Like,
you know, yesterday, like, you know, he's the president of UK Ballers.
Sure.
So Ballers themselves said we're bringing in a guest next week, which clears any previous talent.
Speed.
Yeah.
No.
And I was going to say that maybe you need an ego to be successful, but actually, clearly you don't. And I say ego, but I think we're a little bit beyond that now because the podcast Tory went on, he's kind of actively calling out his friend group.
I'm trying to compete with Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
He gets about 4 billion every month in shorts and about 600 million long form. I mentioned the Sidemen boys. I'm going to get more subscribers than Sidemen, and I'm also going to get more views. I've got more views than Sidemen in a month. So now I just need to get more subscribers. And then it's like, all right, cool. I'm looking at Speed now. I need to try and get more views.
And it's hard to know if he's being disingenuous or like he actually thinks this, but again, it's from a short. And I think if he didn't flex on everybody, it wouldn't be a problem. But his editor, for example, was actively trying to dunk on Vicstar 123. You don't dunk on Vicstar 123, mate, all right? That's a red line. With that in mind, people then did go at KSI and his editor. I've spoken to Mo behind the scenes and it genuinely hurts seeing how some people have been treating him. Whether you agree with my decision or not, please leave the people around me out of it. And yet after this, people actually dug up more clips of KSI from the past. In what might end up being a ratio, people responded with this clip. You'll see in the clip, but this is him ironically slating somebody's team.
I am disappointed in your team and the people around you, man. How and why they thought it would be a good idea for you to enter the ring looking like that is beyond me, man. It was embarrassing. Have they no shame, or are they there just to massage your ego while you're still paying them and giving them...
It's very ironic, and these clips resurfacing always seem to be a theme when it comes to KSI. And again, these aren't the only ones resurfacing, because this podcast story went on.
So right now, in long form, I'm about 40 mil.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to try and get to
So
100.
60 of that is made up from short.
Well, I mean, I can see, but...
get the bragging out and stuff.
Nobody likes a guy that pulls out stats constantly, but this now does seem to be the guy that he's become. And these aren't isolated incidents. All these clips, there's almost too many to put into one video.
I told the boys that I'm going to overtake them in views and subs eventually. And
How many? I mean, who does the?
I have overtaken them in views last month.
But when you say the boys, I mean, who are the big content creators?
Sidemen.
Yeah, I know, but Harry doesn't really make.
No, as the group.
Oh, you're outperforming the Sidemen
I'm
channel.
outperforming the Sidemen channel, yeah.
Listen, being competitive is fine, it's normal, but to kind of drag people's faces in it, especially when you're actually doing it disingenuously, using like random shorts to inflate your own self-worth. You can tell me what you think, but when it's friends, especially when you've blindsided them, I don't know, man. And as you're going to see in one of these clips coming up, this actually might have been malicious on his part to blindside him. For now, though, I think it is obvious that the Sidemen as a group actually stopped him from self-destructing on many occasions.
Has there ever been something that's gone so far down the line and then last minute you've got, this just isn't going to work, we need to sack this? NFTs.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This was KSI in his KSI crypto era. JJ thought it was the best idea. And then the other guys were like unsure. And I was like, I will not let this happen. So I had to like do a detailed breakdown of every reason why I thought it was a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't think this is even a controversial point. Like, he specifically needs people around him to rein him in. When you've got yes men, that's when things start to go wrong. And handling it badly is one thing, but when you're blindsiding your friends and essentially farming it for more views, because from what I found, this is actually what he's doing. At first, didn't believe it, but I saw this post on his Reddit, just to guess based on how JJ usually is. Maybe he thought leaving in that manner and surprising everyone, including the Sidemen, would create more backlash, more drama, and hence creating more traction to his channel and his content. And he's obviously done this before. The whole reason he made any money off that Thick of It song was because of backlash exclusively. But then I saw this. It turns out he actually sent the video to Deji before he even uploaded it, which obviously wasn't meant to be known by everybody else, but it only really says one thing. You can tell because the video he uploaded is color graded, but the video he sent to his brother isn't. That maybe speaks to the attentiveness of his team, but you know, it does add a different veneer to the video he uploaded.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Thank you for all the hard work you put in.
Thank you. No, thank you.
All three of them, man, they're in on this conspiracy. This ain't even the only time that Deji has come up, because people have been tweeting about him as well, and they've been doing numbers. Not for nothing, but Deji warned us what KSI was like. Money-minded and thinking only of himself above all else. And in terms of credibility, I think Deji might actually be the most credible. Here, for example, is him. There's footage of him saving an unconscious woman.
My name's Comedy Shorts Gamer.
But yeah, this does seem like a bit of a reoccurring cycle that's happened on YouTube a lot.
I don't know what's wrong with you. You're too egotistical. You think you're a god. You are far from a god.
And it's not even just old videos of Deji that seem to be kind of contributing to this narrative. There are actually old videos of him talking about his outlook on YouTube. Of course, opinions can change over time, but this does seem like pretty deep in his soul.
Everything to do with YouTube. I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. I had to keep up with a persona that was just so taxing on me and my general well-being, to be honest. And I don't know, but in my opinion, YouTube has changed a lot. I don't believe it's about the you in YouTube anymore.
The change in his outlook is pretty depressing, actually, but he weren't done there.
That essentially is the game right now. That's how you remain relevant nowadays. And personally, I just don't want to be a part of that game anymore. I just hated how YouTube became like a chore for me, having to always keep up with these trends. I started making videos because that's what I wanted to do. So I feel like I want to end doing videos that I want to do.
And the whiplash from then to now is actually insane. This does actually feel like he's become the person he was criticizing, almost in like a parody way, because the stuff he's doing now, people throw around the term slop a lot, and I don't want to throw stones from a glass house. There's some of these videos that are now going viral on Twitter. Sad to see what he's become. One of those YouTube Shorts out-of-touch creators who rehash corny and outdated memes to entertain toddlers on their iPads. And normally I wouldn't make this point, but you see the stuff he's making now. It is very hard to believe that he left that collective to now be making this. Kind of ironic, you can actually see his new target audience at the start of the video. But yeah, this does seem universal. The amount of people that are now commenting on this. I don't think anybody is happy with this change.
So this is what the Sidemen were holding KSI back from. Yeah, you can see in his eyes that he is exactly where he wants to be in life. No, he's not that old, but is this the YouTube equivalent of like a midlife crisis?
At least when Mr. Beast went down this route, it was vaguely original. This is kind of where I'm stuck, because he's copying his homework, expecting the same results. I don't think that's how it works. It might be, but I don't think so.
KSI is trying to be Mr. Beast at a time where everyone is kind of sick of Mr. Beast. This overstimulating, oversaturated, numbers above everything style of content, this corporate slop, entertains very small babies, entertains 7-year-olds with unrestricted internet access. It's not going to build the audience loyalty that the Sidemen have built over many, many years, and it's only going to erode the loyalty that KSI has from his audience. Because he's not doing this because it's the content he wants to make, because it's what he dreams of doing, because it's what he enjoys. He's doing it because a marketing team said it would do numbers.
Yeah, it does feel like he's a little bit late on this one. I feel like in 2026, we are the most resistant to this type of content. So I guess we'll see what happens. At least in terms of the office, seems like things are going fine for the Sidemen.
Zinger was the earliest here. I called it. Shock. And Vic is now here.
This is a new unlock, guys.
Listen, I know I've said a lot in this video, but if I saw Vicstar clocking into work walking like this, I would also leave the Sidemen. But yeah, as of now, the opinions still seem pretty unanimous. The entire KSI leaving Sidemen thing, if it isn't fake, is just embarrassing from KSI's side. Always felt that Sidemen kept KSI grounded. Was always so heavily inspired by the idea that 7 best friends could reach the peak of UK YouTube together. I feel like this new path that KSI is taking is a very lonely one. Seems like so many yes men around him. And it's hard to disagree, to be honest. This is genuinely the most unanimous thing I've seen on social media for a while.
I feel like, yeah, that KSI leaving the Sidemen will ultimately backfire on him, you know, like...
KSI is leaving the Sidemen. Your thoughts on this?
I'm not gonna lie, how is the BBC putting that on the news, bro? Like, KSI left the Sidemen, that's so funny, bro. What's the Sidemen? It's the Raj, bro.
Vic is now here.